The Chicago Bears, fresh off the heels of signing Ngakoue, are bringing in Marcedes Lewis. What is that going to do for this Bears team? What is he going to bring realistically? We'll talk about all that more on today's episode of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. Let's go. Now, if you are new to the channel, please like the video. Please subscribe to the page. We do talk Chicago sports daily on this channel. It's the only channel talking Chicago sports, how Chicago talks, so make sure that you get in tune with us, man. So here's the thing. Why would the Chicago Bears go out and sign Marcedes Lewis? It's a very interesting one because I thought that Marcedes Lewis was a done deal up in Green Bay. I think this was reported like, what, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, that the Packers were signing him to a one-year deal. But the Chicago Bears are now in on signing former Green Bay Packer and Jacksonville Jaguar, Marcedes Lewis, and probably low money deal. I don't have details on the contract just yet, but probably a low money deal. More than likely something that is not going to, break the bank. Marcedes Lewis is a veteran presence, and you're not upset by this signing if you think about the twofold that it does. One, you have a tight end room that you need to take a step. You enjoy having a Robert Tonyan in here on the one-year deal, but you have a tight end room that you want to see continue to grow. And I think that in that tight end room, right, like guys like Marcedes Lewis, guys like Robert Tonyan are going to be an asset to what Cole Kmet can become and probably will end up becoming. What we've seen from Cole Kmet with training camp so far is that he has been a proven safety blanket for Justin Fields at this point. Hopefully we'll be able to see that spread its wings during the game, but he's absolutely been a safety blanket for Justin Fields. He's been somebody who I've been in favor of the Bears, when they gave him the $50 million contract, I was like a little high. But as you started to see him and how his relationship with Justin has developed, you kind of see why they wanted to lock him up, why they wanted to keep him around. It all makes sense now. And so for me, when I look at this deal, I'm excited to see kind of that the Bears are trying to get a veteran presence around these guys. And they're trying to have that nice balance of, okay, we've got the young guys, we've got the guys who are probably going to be the guys that are going to get us to the future. But even off of that, who are going to be the guys that are going to put us that are going to help those young guys get to that point? Marcedes Lewis is that guy. You're not going to be putting Marcedes Lewis out there for a ton of routes. I mean, he got 7 targets last year in 17 games. He caught 6 of them, if that's any consolation, with a average yards per reception of 11. He did have 2 touchdowns last season, so maybe you'll find him in the end zone every now and then, right? But you're not expecting a ton from Marcedes Lewis. To me, this is going out, getting a mentor, getting a locker room leader, getting a veteran that's going to be able to be in the room for that tight end room. And I like this signing in that aspect of it. Let me know how you guys feel in the comments below. I'll be down there talking with you guys as well. How do you guys feel about the signing of Marcedes Lewis? I think this is a twofold signing, though, because if you remember, Marcedes Lewis spent his first 11 years of his career with the Jacksonville Jaguars, meaning Marcedes Lewis was a part of that team while Ngakoue was getting his stripes. And I don't know. Now, this is just speculation on my part. I don't know if this is true, but I would assume that there's some sort of relationship that's built up between those two. Maybe that's another reason to bring in a guy like Marcedes Lewis because, okay, the Packers aren't bringing him back. They kind of want to go with their new young core of Musgrove and who's the other guy that they got? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Probably not because it's the Packers. Excuse me, but who is the other guy that they got? I don't know why I'm blanking on his name all of a sudden here. I just had it. I don't know. Anyway, but it doesn't matter. They're going with their young core, and so if you can get a guy who might have a little bit of a relationship with a guy like Ngakoue, and now Yannick isn't coming into a locker room where he has zero idea of who anybody is. He's got to build all these relationships starting from new. You know what I mean? At least he's coming in with somebody he knows, hopefully or probably somebody that he vibes with. I think that is a reason behind this signing as well, because To me, right, the concern on Yannick Ngakoue, when you go out and give this guy a $10.5 million deal, one, it's a steal on the Bears' part right now. It may cost them it later or in the long run if he does end up being a guy who's a long-term guy here. But if you go out and you get a Yannick Ngakoue, right, you want to make him feel as comfortable as possible, and you want him to prove to you that he's going to be able to be here long term. If helping him in that process is Ryan Poles going, okay, let's go get one of your buddies, or let's go get somebody who you're close with, so that the acclimation to the locker room can be a little bit smoother, I think that that'll be fine, and I think that that's foresight on the GM's part. Now, this is just me speculating on that part. I don't know if that is true. I don't know if that's why Ryan went out and got Marcedes Lewis. It probably is more so to the veteran presence in the tight end room, but I like the signing nonetheless. Hopefully the other part is true, and I'm very intrigued to see kind of what these two are going to be able to do here in Chicago. Marcedes Lewis, if you didn't hear, signing with the Chicago Bears. By the way, I believe now Marcedes Lewis, if I read what Pelissero tweeted out correctly, this is his 18th NFL season, breaking a tie with Jason Witten and Tony Gonzalez for the most ever played by a tight end. So also, big shout out to that, man. I mean, there's a lot that goes into playing football in this position. Being able to play 10 years in your career is an anomaly usually. I mean, most guys, I believe the average is 4 years now for most guys that come into the NFL. Being able to be an 18-year NFL vet, that is something that truly is amazing. It's great to see. I'm excited to see that, and I'm hopefully he's able to finish out his career in Chicago with a Super Bowl win. Let's go all the way on this one. I don't know if we're there yet, though. But, hey, let me know how you guys feel in the comments below. I'll be down there talking with you as well. How do you feel about the signing of Marcedes Lewis? Do you think this is a good move? Do you think that Ryan Poles did it to appease Yannick Ngakoue? I'll be down in the comments talking with you guys as well. As always, this is your boy, Pat the Designer, back at it again to continue watching our Chicago Bears content. Click the links on the screen or check the links in the description below. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Bear down! Peace.